What's up, guys? Andrew here again. Following up on my last video I made about my journey and experience with Botanic Tonics Feel Free. I posted it in like a Reddit group and then also on YouTube, and I got a lot of feedback and a lot of people reached out to me saying it was a pretty helpful video for those people that are currently finding themselves in the situation that I was in around 8 months ago. And if you hadn't watched that video, I kind of explained what my journey with Feel Free Botanic Tonics was. I was taking it for around 10.5 months. I got pretty addicted to it. Towards the end, I was taking around 12.5 bottles a day for around 3.5 months. And now I'm around 8 months clean off of it, haven't touched it again, and I was able to go cold turkey off of a daily use, where again, towards the end, I was around 12.5 bottles a day. So as you can imagine, and if you can relate, being dependent on it, it was a pretty rough cold turkey / withdrawal. But I'm just following up again on a new video. Currently actually sick with neurovirus. It's my third day where I'm feeling a little bit better, but I've been bedridden all day, and the only thing I can really relate it to is those gnarly withdrawals I was facing when I was going through the Feel Free. Like every morning waking up, and even when I just got sick off consuming too many of them in a day, just finding myself like on the floor right after I chugged one, like holding my sink, just trying to get the Feel Free down, instead of just throwing it back up. But I felt this was a pretty appropriate time, I guess, to explain a little bit of the extent of my Feel Free dependence when I was in those 3 months. So if you hadn't watched my video, just for some context, I started taking Feel Free pretty moderately, like 1 to 3 bottles a day from like January to April. Didn't really think too much of it, but I was taking it daily because I really liked it. And then I did a fitness challenge for 75 days straight, where I had to work out twice a day. There was no alcohol, had to keep a clean diet, and that's where my tolerance really shot up to like 6, 7, 8 some days. And then that was from like June to August. And then in August, when I tried to quit cold turkey after I finished this fitness challenge, that's kind of where my downward spiral with this product began, because I tried going cold turkey, realized how difficult it actually was, how scary it was, without much preparation. But I did just basically try to go cold turkey without any protocol put in place. And I failed. I caved that night because I couldn't go to bed. And then that kind of began the journey of trying to quit, failing, trying to quit, failing. And this went on for around 3 months, multiple attempts, where each time I would fail at quitting, I would start consuming it in even larger quantities. Maybe some of you guys can relate to it, but it was incredibly difficult for those 3 months, and that's really where my health just took like a steep decline. Like I'm 200 pounds right now. After I finished the fitness challenge, I was around like 185, 180 with like a 6-pack. I was in really good shape. I looked good. But after that fitness challenge, I stopped working out and I started consuming more Feel Free, stopped eating, and I got all the way down to like 156. So literally almost 50 pounds lighter than what I weigh right now is where I was. And this is because I couldn't eat, was very dehydrated, and I was vomiting all the time. And for anyone that is going through maybe something similar, maybe not to the extent that I was going through, but they can somehow relate, I just wanted to make this video to, share this portion of the dependence I had with Feel Free, just to hopefully give some of you guys hope that you can get off of it, regardless of how bad it is. Because I was a pretty severe case being dependent on this. I remember seeing a friend in that 3-month period, because I was like working events, I do sales, and I was just in hard times. Like I was literally having to take one of these every couple hours just to function and not go into withdrawal. But I remember I saw a friend and he was like, bro, you look like a crackhead, or like you've been on heroin. You look totally strung out right now. And I wasn't even in withdrawals. I was just skinny. My face was just like dried up. My clothes were just like caked and dead skin. And he didn't obviously see the clothes being caked and dead skin, but this is like basically what the reality of what I was dealing with for a few months. Just basically strung out on this product that I could buy at like a health store, like a gas station down the street. And never did I think when I first started taking this stuff it would be this bad. And you know, through a sequence of events of multiple people pointing out how shitty I looked, and obviously the reality that I was facing of being dependent on this stuff every day, and you know, some days just drinking so much of it right off the bat and still like having so much in my system for the night before, like just waking up, taking some and just being straight out dizzy, like couldn't even see, and I had to be somewhere for work, and it was like driving like very like I should not have been behind the wheel for like the state I was in. Sometimes having to literally just pull the trigger just to like try to get like less high, drunk, whatever you want to call it, off these things. So it was pretty bad. And again, I want to just kind of illustrate some of these stories, just because if you are dealing with this, there probably are a lot more dealing with it as well. I don't believe any of us intended to get into the circumstance or the situation that some of us found us in. That might be unfortunate. I don't think it was necessarily like deserved. I don't think it's ever deserved, but this one was gnarly, and I really have zero past with addiction or anything like this that I can compare it to. And just when I look back now, being 8 months clean, I'm just very grateful that I was able to finally get off of it with, you know, some support of friends and family, and never have to use it or never even want to use it again. Like, and I was pretty bad. That's kind of what I wanted to say on this video is, you know, I got pretty bad. Maybe you can't relate to how bad I was, but you could be going down that path, or you might be as bad as I was, and it may seem like there's no way out. And I just wanted to make this video to hopefully give you hope that you can get off it. The withdrawals were bad. They were scary for sure. I went cold turkey again off that amount without no taper, and I was able to get through it. The first 3 days were really bad, but when I woke up on day 4 after little sleep, I don't know if waking up is the right word, but after getting up on day 4, I did finally see light at the end of the tunnel, and that was huge. And then it was just getting my body, you know, strong again and getting some weight put on. I was able to go on a run like 5 days after. It was a slow run, but that was a huge milestone, because even when I was taking Feel Free like a month prior, where I was pretty blown out physically, like my physical health was shot, I couldn't even go outside and run at all. I was very weak. But I rebounded quick, and I think anyone who's on it can. And there are protocols that allow you to accelerate the recovery very quickly. And wherever you're seeing this, there's Reddit threads that have really good protocols on them. But I just wanted to, again, say that I was pretty bad. I'm dealing with a stomach virus right now, and like this was pretty bad. Like I've been bedridden for the past 3 days, barely eaten, haven't been able to keep anything down in my stomach. And just like the reference experience to what I went through with my botanic tonics Feel Free experience, like this was nothing. So yeah, I guess I wanted to just hop on here and kind of tell you some of those stories that I went through and illustrate how, or what extent I was addicted to this and how it affected me physically. more physically for this video. I can make another video where I deal more with like the mental aspect of what I was going through and how I overcame it, because really that experience, I feel like, forged me. I allowed the pain and discomfort I was forced to go through to get off of it, to gain from it and forge me into a stronger human, mentally and physically. And that's why I'm here today, because I'm just very grateful that, number one, I'm not using it anymore. I have no desire. But number two, that I went through that, because I showed myself that I was capable of giving something up that felt like I was just basically trapped, and I would have never been able to give that up without like drastic measures taken. But I was able to muster up the courage and the fortitude to get through it, and I think everyone in here, or anyone watching this video that might be addicted to it, can. So anyway, I'll end that there. Again, I'll be posting more videos just kind of about my experience. This helps me, and if I can help one of you, then that's really what my goal is for making these videos. So I don't know where you're seeing this video, but if there is a way that you can reach out to me and you want to, feel free. I'm an open book. I can share stories with you. I can share things that I used and what I learned and the approaches I took that ultimately got me clean and kept me clean for the 8 months. So anyway, hope this helped someone. I'll see you guys in another video.